Welcome back. Today we're talking about Feid.
Que aquí tenemos a Feid. Y yo, no, señores.
Era de Feid.
Es Feid.
Feid. Today we're diving into why 2025 might be the year Feid takes his career to the next level. If you've been following Latin music, you know Feid has been on the come up for a while. But with his new sound, evolving aesthetic, and a brand new album on the way, this might be the year he cements himself as a global superstar. I know some of you might say he's already a global superstar. Okay, I get it, but just let it rock. So let's talk about it. Alright, quick recap. Feid has always been that underrated gem in reggaeton. While artists like Bad Bunny and Raúl Alejandro skyrocketed into the mainstream early on, Feid took a more gradual approach. Instead of chasing radio hits, he built a solid fan base with projects like Inter Shibuya and Feliz Cumpleaños Fercho, and it worked. His streams skyrocketed, and now he's not just competing with the big names, he's becoming one of them. But what makes Feid different? He's not just making the same reggaeton bangers over and over. His music has a mix of nostalgia, futuristic vibes, and real storytelling, which is why his fan base is so loyal. But let's talk about his latest track, Nos Desconocimos, which translates to something like we stopped knowing each other. If you haven't heard it yet, pause this video, go listen, and come back. I'll wait. Okay, now that you're back, and if you listened to a song or didn't listen to it at all, let me tell you, this song is different. It's not your typical Feid track. Instead of straight up reggaeton, he's tapping into Afrobeat and house influences. The drums and the rhythm have that Burna Boy, Wizkid, and Rema energy, but they still feel like Feid. This is huge because it shows he's not afraid to experiment. Latin music is already global, but by blending Afrobeat with his style, Feid is tapping into an even broader audience. Imagine the collabs he could do now. Feid, Burna Boy, Feid featuring Kitchenada. That will go crazy. Alright, now let's talk about his biggest move this year, his upcoming album, Fercho Volume 2, or whatever it ends up being called. Feid has been teasing this album for years. He says he's been working on it for over a decade, and if any artist spends that much time on a project, you know it's gotta be serious. Plus, the futuristic AI-style visuals from Nos Desconocimos might hint at the album's entire theme. Feid is going for something bigger than just an album. This could be a full-on experience. Another reason why I believe Feid has gained even more attention is his relationship with Karol G. Now, I'm not saying that this is the only reason that he's famous, because it's not. Ever since rumors started circulating about them, fans have been all over their dynamic. When they finally confirmed it, it only amplified Feid's exposure. Karol G is one of the biggest Latin artists in the world, and their connection has brought Feid into even more conversations beyond just his music. Not only does this relationship keep him in the headlines, but their musical chemistry is undeniable. If they drop a new collab on Fercho Volume 2, it could easily be one of the biggest hits of the year. Whether people are rooting for their love story or just curious about them, this added spotlight is only helping Feid's rise. But let me tell you, that's not everything that makes him stand out. I think you already know where I'm going with this. Let's talk about what makes Feid instantly recognizable: his mustache. Psych, it's his branding. The neon green color isn't just a random choice, it's become a core part of his identity. From his album covers to his merch, tour visuals, and even his outfits, green represents the Fercho era. This kind of strong, consistent branding is rare in reggaeton. While many artists switch up their aesthetic, Feid has locked into a signature style, and fans love it. They show up to concerts in green hoodies, rock his merch, and even turn up with green hair and white glasses with the name Fercho written across them. He's made it even more than just a color. He's turned all of it into a movement. This level of branding makes Feid stand out in a genre where image is just as important as the music. So, why does 2025 feel like different for Feid? Well, for a few reasons. He's expanding beyond reggaeton. The Afrobeat and house influences show that Feid is evolving. If this album balances different styles and delivers bangers, he could reach a new audience beyond Latin America. 2. Feid is hitting Europe this year, testing his global reach, and if the demand is strong, we might see him expanding to Asia, Africa, and Australia, similar to what Bad Bunny did. 3. Unlike some reggaetoneros who sound too alike, Feid has crafted a unique identity. The neon green branding, the futuristic aesthetic, and the emotional but still vibey music, it all makes him stand out. And 4, you could argue Feid has already broken into the mainstream outside of Latin music, but if this album has a viral TikTok song or a major English collab even, he could finally hit that next level. So, is 2025 the year Feid officially takes over? Honestly, all the pieces are there. He's got the music, he's got the fan base, he's got the aesthetic, and now the momentum. If Virtual Volume 2 delivers, we could be looking at Feid's global superstar moment. What do you guys think? Will Feid finally take over, or do you think he still has more work to do? Or do you think he's already a global superstar and I have no idea what I'm talking about? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, hit that like button, and if you want more deep dives into Latin music, subscribe and check the videos out right here. But Feid isn't the only one that's reaching that global superstar status. There's another person that actually has had the best year of his life, and if you want to know who that is, click right here. I'll give you a hint. It's Kendrick Lamar, obviously. I'll see you soon.